Hey, good evening, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California for a special Friedman Adventures Sundown Special update, because we've got to get a lot of info out to you all. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Share this video, and of course, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Tick the bell, you'll be notified when there is new content. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It is a gorgeous evening here, and as you can see, I have imported the Chum Machine here to Surfside for our surf fishing event tomorrow morning right here in Surfside, California. It's going to be absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to see your smiling faces bright and early tomorrow morning. That's going to be a lot of fun. But the reason for this evening update, there's several reasons, but the one I want to hone in on right now with you is, of course, Bluefin Tuna being taken by San Diego-based boats for the first time this year. Of course, we had an idea that bluefin were around when the Mexican seiner fleet reached their quota. They were done in the middle of January. It took them a couple of weeks here in 24 to hit their quota, so we surmised from that there was bluefin around. Now, several boats are going down the Baja coast, and they're fishing Punta Colonet right now. That is 120 miles down below the border. And in that area, they catch copious amounts of beautiful lingcod and rockfish. And the Pacific Dawn had all of that and more. Also had some great yo-yo iron yellowtail fishing. Not a ton of yellows, but enough to make it interesting. You have the rockfish, you have the yellows, and now you add the bluefin tuna. The last time we checked on them, they had 5 bluefin tuna. One of those fish 70 pounds, and that is what I call absolutely fantastic news. It's February, for God's sakes, and we're catching bluefin tuna now, $1.20 down the Baja coast, and that may be the tip of the iceberg. It is really difficult. My hat's off to everybody on the Pacific Dawn for finding those fish. It is really difficult to be the lone boat looking for that bluefin and then finding it. That really says a lot about that boat and operation and crew. So that is all really excellent, and I am so stoked that they were able to come up with that. We are going to be watching this very, very closely for you because, as I said, this may be the tip of the iceberg. There may be nuggets of fish down there that are more dense. There may be fish in other areas. This is just going to unfold now as we move deeper into spring, get out of winter, and man, what a year it's going to be. And I have to tell you, I am so stoked. My son Philip saw this also, and he called me up and he goes, "Dad, our 5-day trip on the Independence, April 4th through the 9th, is looking so good." And I said, "You got it, man. We got yellows, we got bluefin. God knows what else is going to happen." And you know, we are in an El Nino right now. We're going to transition into that really cold water. Pretty substantial La Nina later on, late spring or summer, something like that. But for now, we still have a little bit warmer than usual water temperatures. And of course, this bluefin, again, is no big surprise, but it's a welcome sight. And I'm so happy to see the Dawn putting that score together. So once again, we'll continue to watch that 5-day trip. www.independencesportfishing.com. Would love you to sign up, and don't forget the PCS show is coming up. You'll be able to go to the Independence booth, see Paulina and all the great folks there like Paul Strasser and Mark Paisano, and ask them about the Friedman Adventure 5-day trip. Jump on board that one. It's going to be a fabulous trip. Now, I'm also tracking yellows, and I have been for quite some time with each and every one of you who are familiar with our morning show, the morning briefing. Every single morning we see those, or we give you a synopsis of what's going on from Mexico all the way up to the Channel Islands. And I've got to tell you, we continue to see here today some really good yellowtail action. Yellows down there in San Quintin, 140 miles below the border. We saw them caught today there at Colonet by the Pacific Dawn. We saw fish up there at Santo Tomas today. Ensenada-based pongas and 6-packs were down in that neck of the woods, and there was yellowtail taken near Ensenada. We see that line of forky, and it wasn't that long ago, man, that we saw fish on La Jolla also. Mikey from SD Fish and Sips had a shot of those big yellows in an incredible show on La Jolla. Big, fat yellows. I think he said his biggest fish was 32 pounds. And man, if you haven't watched that podcast, you need to go back and check that out. I know you are going to love that. Really great stuff. So tracking that yellowtail also. And I need to tell you also that on the Native Sun, last time we checked on them, 2 fish today, over 30 pounds, incredible stuff. They have 4 in their derby that are over 30, 18 over 20, 100 legal fish. Tremendous fishing on the native sun there out of 22nd Street Landing. And then I take you up to Ventura, and I got to tell you, Cody Rogers took the Island Spirit out to give the boat a shakedown today, and they had some nice big fat sand bass up in that neck of the woods. And Ventura Sport Fishing, check this out. If you book a trip before April 1st and you put the code in, pre-season 20, book a trip with Ventura Sport Fishing before April 1st, put in pre-season 20, 20% off your ticket. Take a look at your calendar, jump on board the Island Spirit, jump on board the California, and if the Endeavor has any room, which I highly doubt because Tucker McCombs cranks it up every single year and just does not have room on that rig. If he does, you can book those trips by going to Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing website, so check that out. All right, it is a beautiful evening, and man, the birds, they're going crazy back there because my chum bucket that I imported, very expensive to get this kind of machinery in here, but for our surf fishing little get together tomorrow morning, I decided to do just that for you all. Of course, this is pumping sand from offshore onto our beach, but in there are worms and mussels and all kinds of stuff. By the way, big fish, bait and tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California, right there on the corner of PCH and Seal Beach Boulevard. They'll knock 10% off any item that is not on sale tomorrow morning until 12 noon for the Friedman Adventure Surf Fishing event. We've only had 48 hours to promote it, so I'm not sure how many people are going to show up, but of course I'll be videotaping it and have that all for you here with a gorgeous, beautiful sunset. It can't get any lovelier than it is. Bluefin Tuna, Yellowtail. We've seen good barracuda fishing down there around Santo Tomas and Ensenada. It definitely is an early spring that is going on here, and it all bodes well for the 2024 season. Incredible halibut stuff going on the native sun. The Pride got in today to 22nd Street with 14 halibut with our friend Jolie Thompson and Israel de la Cruz. Izzy coming up with his first 2 halibut, including the jackpot fish. There is so much going on for the dead of winter. It is really great. Hey, I can't thank you for dropping in here this evening. The morning briefing tomorrow morning will be action-packed, and I'll be standing right here, right around here, everybody. That's what you're looking for, okay? I can't guarantee it'll be pumping tomorrow morning, but that's what you're looking for. Down here toward the jetty, we should have some really extraordinary fishing tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a great evening, and as always, I hope to see you really, really soon.